top 5 most daring prison escapes. Picture a place you can't possibly escape from. Thick concrete walls, triple layers of razor wire, cameras, guards, spotlights. Millions of dollars spent just to keep you inside. Sounds like game over, right? Wrong. Because human creativity, sheer nerve, and sometimes pure desperation can crack even the toughest locks. Today, we're counting down the 5 most daring prison breaks in history. 2 made it into the Guinness World Records. 3 became legends. The kind they still make movies about. And yes, these are the kind of stories that made prison guards sleep a lot less soundly. Number 5. Mass escape from death row, USA, 1984. May 31st, 1984. 6 inmates on death row pulled off something no one thought possible. Mecklenburg Prison, a fortress of concrete, steel, discipline. But for a whole year, these guys studied everything. Guard shifts, their habits, how they reacted to emergencies, even which doors stayed open for just a few seconds. And guess what? The weak spot wasn't the walls, it was the people. On the big day, they staged an emergency, overpowered the guards, took hostages, and bluffed their way past every layer of security. Hours later, America was watching live TV coverage of Khalees roadblocks. 5 were caught within 3 weeks. The 6th, a little later. But they still need the Guinness Book for the biggest death row breakout in U.S. history. Number 4, 46 Years of Freedom, USA, 1923 to 1969. Leonard T. Fristow wasn't some legendary escape artist, but one day while working outside the prison fence, he just walked away. Maybe he planned to hide for a few months, but those few months turned into nearly half a century. He changed his name, moved to a small town, got married, had kids, worked as a mechanic, and everyone thought he was just a regular guy. And then his own son accidentally blew his cover. He mentioned to police, not knowing the truth, that his dad once joked about escaping from prison. Guinness World Records calls it the longest escape that still ended in an arrest. 46 years of freedom, ruined by a family chat over coffee. Number 3. The Mozambican Houdini, South Africa, 2006. Ananias Nathi earned his nickname. C-Max prison had triple fences, electronic locks, 24/7 cameras. Windows? Tiny, thick bars. Impossible for an adult to fit through. At least that's what the designers thought. Matthew found petroleum jelly, waiting for the perfect moment when the guards relaxed, and squeezed through an opening just 20 by 60 centimeters. For perspective, that's smaller than a cutting board. Then he crossed the high security yard, and he vanished. They caught him later, but the fact that a man slipped through C-Max like that was a national embarrassment for South Africa's prison system. Number 2. Escape from the Bangkok Hilton, Thailand, 1996. Kong Prim Prison, thousands of inmates, overcrowded cells, strict rules. Nicknamed the Bangkok Hilton because it looked respectable, but inside, it was hell. David McMillan, a British-Australian inmate, was there for drug trafficking. In 1996, he staged an escape straight out of a Hollywood movie. Sawed through his hell bars, crossed multiple guarded zones, climbed the outer walls, and made it to the airport. With fake documents, he boarded a plane and flew out of Thailand. He's still the only Western prisoner ever to escape the Bangkok Hilton. Yes, they caught him later, but the legend of his escape lives on, and the prison beefed up security big time. Number 1. Alcatraz, Legend and Mystery, USA, 1962. Alcatraz was the place they sent the men no other prison could hold. Frank Morris and brothers Clarence and John Hanglin spent months preparing. Homemade tools, widened ventilation shafts, fake cardboard grills to cover the holes, and to fool the guards, they made dummy heads from plaster, newspaper, and hair from the prison barbershop, and then left them on their pillows. On the night, they climbed to the roof, made it down to the shore, and pedaled into the bay on a raft made from 50 raincoats. The FBI said they probably drowned, but no bodies were ever found. Over the years, letters arrived claiming the men were alive. To this day, no one knows if they died in the water or lived out quiet lives somewhere far away. A mass death row escape, 46 years on the run, a gap the size of a folder, a breakout from the Bangkok Hilton, and the legend of Alcatraz. Which one do you think was the boldest? Grab it in the comments. And subscribe. More stories are coming that'll make you say, "No way, that actually happened?"